Okay. So, if you haven't seen this before, what I just did was, I mean, I died. That's a go figure. Okay, we still wanted this boots for deflection. Because I gotta level up here. Okay, there's one of the two. I think I sent this axe along specifically for scrap collector, maybe. Okay, I think the rest of this stuff is trash. Okay, cool. So which one of these is good? 284, 280. 5 int. Much more max HP. Okay, we want the max HP. So I'm going to send this one down in a chute immediately. Starburst is interesting. I'm curious how that works. So we might want to screw around with crafting on this run. Just a little bit. And yeah, let's start enchanting this one so it's considerably stronger. Okay, so in death, you don't actually lose everything in this one, like most roguelikes or roguelites. So in this case, I get to keep all of my equipment that I threw into a chute. If I didn't throw anything into the chute, it's gone for good. I can't get it back. There we go. Grab some ammo, grab the silver key, nothing more. I wish that guy was actually more common later on. Okay. Grab that, keep rolling. Because I gotta go fast because I want the kill streak. There we go. Let's see. So, death does not mean the end of all your stuff. You only lose some stats. Nothing major otherwise. Ow. It's fine. That actually didn't hurt that much. Apparently he was alive on the other side of this. Cool. I'm not going to be able to swing my kill streak bonus. Yeah, I got it. Alright, cool. So yeah, I transferred all of my stuff down. I get to keep all of my stats. Almost all of my stats. I don't get to keep all of them. But I get to keep enough. And now I am charging through as fast as possible, getting as many kills as possible to get as big of a kill streak bonus as I possibly can, so that I can get a load of EXP and continue leveling up. It does seem like leveling gets a little harder as you go along, but it's not too much. Still not entirely sure what the difference is between a roguelite or roguelike. Gosh, I really need to finish that video. I have, like, a video essay on the difference between the two, but I haven't spent the time. That's probably going to be what I work on tonight. But the difference generally is twofold. One, roguelikes, okay, there's actually three. There's traditional roguelikes that are proper rogue, dungeon mans, caves of Cud, so on and so forth. Those are the ones that adhere more strictly to the roguelike formula. But I don't generally talk about those too much because they are kind of their own genre at this point. And are somewhat by nature incomparable to the rest. But the modern definition of roguelike is a game with procedural generation, permadeath, and has to be relatively complex so it's not just like asteroids. Beyond that, there's a whole lot of leeway on like what a roguelike can or cannot be. And so you can have, you know, Nova Drift levels of roguelike where it's, I mean, it really is just asteroids. I got it. There we go. Next one. There we go. Level up. Yeah, I'm trying to get as much of a kill streak bonus as possible. But I think I've lost it at this point. It gives me double EXP, and it's tough to do. Okay, and roguelites, on the other hand, are kind of, honestly, super similar to just regular roguelikes. The main notable difference is meta progression, or like roguelike mechanics in a game that wouldn't normally have roguelike mechanics. So the easiest example I can think of are Chalice dungeons in Bloodborne, which are procedurally generated, you know, mini dungeons with kind of their own boss path and so on and so forth. hope that's somewhat useful. Like I said, I will actually have a video out on the difference between the two with, like, visual aids in a couple of days. I just need to actually sit down and edit it. And to some degree, you know, collect my footage, because I have a lot of roguelikes that I'd like to film. Or film before I put out the video? I don't know. I want it to look nice. That's it. See, I really want to get into the whole video essay scene. I feel like that would actually have some interesting... do I want to open that up? I don't actually think I care. I don't know. I think video essays would just be a cool way of creating content that isn't just me sitting here playing a video game endlessly. And then I could also, like, dive into podcasts a little bit. Clear a challenge room within 30 seconds of entering. Which is a challenge room, though? Like, I thought I saw a tooltip about what they were, but I don't think I've ever noticed them. Heck, even NetHack is a dinosaur now. Yup. It'll be on your main channel or Wanted by Prime. All video essays, podcasts, and, like, bonus content is always going to be, like, a Wonderbot Prime kind of thing. Just because, like... Imagine trying to find any of my edited content. Ooh, scroll in there. Imagine trying to find any of my edited content around the 50 billion LP videos that I do on a given daily basis. Like, hard to do, yeah? And so my logic is... Okay, I'm gonna run out of the kill streak. There's no point in trying to keep it going past a certain point. I hope there's a perk that actually lets you extend the kill streak timer. But if there's a way of doing it, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna get anything fancy here. Because this just loops back. I think we gotta... Yeah, we do have a merchant. Not that I care too much about many of these things. Okay, I'm gonna keep enchanting the exterminator. Maybe I should do it with a ring, but we're more likely to find a better ring sooner than we are to find a better weapon, give or take. Whoops. Read on the Steam reviews the parkour aspect after floor 3 is a serious problem. Is it true? Mixed feelings. I didn't find the parkour to be particularly onerous. It's annoying just because... Whoops. Did I came through this room and I guess I missed all these guys. Let's see. So, the parkour is, I think, annoying the first time that you run into it, and then after that it's just like... literally does not matter anymore. Once you've seen like 1 or 2 rounds of it, that's it. Hey, liquid amber. Man, the other thing would be a drop rate booster would be lovely with this. Wait, what's here? Oh, is this a smithy? What? Oh, no, it's not a smithy. It's one of these. Well, that's the only thing I want to send on. Yeah, I've only run into a couple of rooms where I'm like, ugh, parkour. And admittedly, they are the parkour rooms, but then I clear them immediately, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, we want to get as many healing potions as I possibly can. Everything else, I don't know. Don't care. Okay, secret doors here. Get out of my way. I can eat explosions. It doesn't stop me. Sup? Boyo! Your healing cannot save your minions, fool. I am too strong for you. Did I broke something. Okay, I don't think any of this is worth looking at. Doubt I'm going to be able to get another kill here. Yeah. He resisted just a little bit too much. That's fine. 2, 1, 1. There we go. Yeah, definitely want to invest some more kind of universally into all my stats, just so I can withstand these better. Looks like I'm getting a lot more crafting components, and some of them are pretty good. Okay. Master Parrier. Imperfect parries block more damage. I mean, that's actually really good. I don't think I care that much, but that is really good. Now I'm looking for things that just make me beefier. Master Smith wouldn't be bad. Realistically, the best thing I should probably do is max out Artisan more than anything else. Equal parts Artisan and Master Disassembler. It's going to take a while to get both up. But Artisan is one of the only things I've even seen with an actual cap. And then Master Disassembler lets me... Oh, you know what? No. Beyond that... Let's learn Deflect. That's not great. But now I can get rid of this, so I don't have to worry about that again. The other one is Flame Walk. I don't know if I care too much about Flame Walk. Let's see. Wonder if the reason why Twitch keeps losing connection is so they can show you more ads on the reconnect. You know, honestly, with the way Twitch has been going, that's not a... Any other year, I would call that kind of a crazy theory, but this year, that actually seems quite reasonable. Like, I truly would not put it past Twitch to do that nowadays. Which sucks, because, like, I love the idea of this site. I just wish it wasn't run by Amazon anymore. But they won't let it go. This is an absolute golden goose that they're sitting on and holding on to. And I'm getting hungry. It's fine. Don't know how you feel about the art style. It's weird. If more games were like this, I think I'd be more critical of it, but because no one else uses this art style, save for Void Bastards, I am totally fine with it. What's the hell? Oh, it is here. I've just been going straight past it. For months you've had the issue of Twitch playing an ad, and stream not playing it until I pause it again. Shows you the ad for the second time. Constant problem. Yep. Okay, so we haven't gotten to the point where I can give these guys. Their damage is too good. Plus side, I can mow through them without a whole lot of cares in the world. They don't do enough damage to me to stop. Oh, no, the real issue is just you. I was wondering about this, why these guys were tanking so gosh darn hard. Okay. Do not want to try and leap of faith over that barricade. It's not worth it. I like the style. It's just a recipe for motion sickness. Yeah, I could agree with that. I think Void Bastards did it better. But I'm not going to complain too much, at least for now. Isn't Twitch also limiting resolution if they detected an ad blocker recently? I can see that. Oh, man. This really would have been... This really would have been the year for Mixer to, like, really take it away. And they quit midway through. Oh, come on. There we go. Like, I don't really know if I would ever stream on Mixer, but if there was ever a time to convince me that it might have been worth it, this would have been it. Yeah, I think we're gonna make it. Wait, how the hell do I get up? Oh, here. There we go. Luckily, these guys are worth a fair bit. There we go. Oh, that's some good EXP. Okay, so I am leveling faster than the limitations. Still wish this didn't have limitations, so I could just like really turn up the levels after a certain point. Because I'm starting to feel the grind. Really wish I could get rid of my quest, but I'm not going to be able to. It'd be nice if I could actually select the quest and just be like, I don't really want to do this one. There's like a very slim chance I'm going to spike 2 enemies simultaneously. I guess it's not that slim. Especially on the lower levels, I could bother with it more. I've just been mostly opting for going fast instead of anything else. Do I have anything? Okay, I can't actually get rid of that. Oh. Peace out. There we go. But the lack of competition for Twitch has really let them get away with some pretty surprising things. Yup. Lack of competition and regulation. I know people hate the word regulation when it comes to the internet, but like, gosh. Seeing YouTube and Twitch starting to like actually go full evil with some of their stuff is getting a little worrying. Because I love my job, and I wouldn't quit unless I had to. But it feels like there's a certain point where, wow, this is nothing. There's going to be a certain point where this industry is just going to shrivel on itself in a weird way. There's no... This is dead end, right? Yeah. Well, that's fun. Nope. That didn't work. Because there was the... Oh, God. What was it? What was the thing that everybody was mad about? Was it last year? Oh, Kappa. That wasn't even last year. That was the beginning of this year. That everybody was panicking about the $20,000 Kappa fee. Which, I mean, realistically didn't amount to anything. But you gotta wonder, like, what's the point where something does actually stick? Okay. Because yeah, I don't think I saw a single person actually get hit by Kappa fines beyond the first couple. Trap just bounced off my face. I am too mighty. Okay, locked from the other side. So this is where we want to go. One of the catches is, where are the regulations? They take the laziest approach to implying, which is invariably terrible. Yeah, unfortunately I feel like no matter what... Oh, those purple orbs just have EXP. Which doesn't really solve the problem of where the hell the exit is. Let's see. Not right there. Oh, I see one teeny little door down here that I haven't been through. This one. There we go. There's the exit. Onwards and spiderwards, maybe. Okay, so far so good. What do you got? Probably nothing. Baton of the Raging Beaver. Problem is these wands are very expensive. Have we seen every skill in the game at this point? We might have, actually. Okay, save. I wonder if you can block the spider. Haven't tested. Let's see. Oh, are we talking about whether or not Twitch counts as a publisher for content or not? I feel like, to some degree, these websites still need to be somewhat responsible for what's put on them. There's too much stuff that people just kind of get away with. And the easy one is, like, the Spider-Man Elsa garbage that is, like, super skeezy. I believe there was also stuff about, like, Minecraft porn a while back, and just kind of weird, gross things that, like, should never actually be put on the internet or seen as acceptable, but people do it anyway because it makes money, and it usually lures in kids, which is just not great. Power reloads. Quick Striker. Okay, so some of these are new in a way that I haven't seen before. I think the rest of these aren't interesting. But yeah, I've never seen Quick Striker. That had something, and this is one that actually has some reasonable bits. Did spew loot? Yep. Oh, I'm getting faster at clearing these levels. Yeah, animated story channels are garbage. There's, I don't know about that. The story time stuff, your light swings deal more damage. Oh, that's really good. So that's these, I think. Well, that's something I want to invest in. How did that not hit me? Ow. I was stuck on the remains of the barrel. That's what was getting me there. That was frustrating. Like, I think Storytime channels are... They're new age blogging. That's really what they are. Does it make them bad? No. It just makes them not particularly interesting. They're not generally pushing a medium. They're just... Okay, I killed something just by existing. Ow. Okay. But yeah, I refuse to accept the idea that Storytime channels are strictly bad. I just ate an eyeball off a table. That's messed up. Okay. Yep, those are fingers. Oh, that's gross. But, like, I'd rather have vlogs with a little bit of creativity thrown in than just pure vlogs. Now, how many people want to see the return of... Oh, gosh, what was his face? What's the really whiny vlogger? That... Onisun, or whatever his name was. Didn't, like, Twitch give him a partnership recently? Like, frankly, screw that guy. He's terrible. Okay. There we go. Okay, which one? True. But I feel like that kind of content often lends itself naturally to equal parts vapid content and also vapid content, but also like exploitation. At least with the animations, they don't need to exploit something to make, like, a weird vlog. I mean, they can. Or they could just lie. Which, like, I'd rather have a, one of these storytime animators just kind of lie about what's going on in their life than, I don't know, pull a Jake Paul. Or is it Logan Paul? Shit, if I remember. No, it doesn't matter. Ow. This is gonna hurt. Okay, a lot of acid around that can kill me. Okay, he did. That's good. There's two. Okay, don't want to dive into Poison Town. I have the long arms perk. Got it. Okay. Oh, there's something on the other side that's dying of acid. That's what's going on. Other way around. Didn't Twitch give Oni-san a partnership? They did, and I have no idea why. Did he slug himself to death on... Oh, thorns. That's what would... That's what did it. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna hang out over here. I wonder if I can get these guys to spike themselves. Let's see. But to some degree, like, the easiest way to keep Twitch and YouTube in line is to say, like, hey, you know, you're gonna be held responsible if you're holding on to, like, or you're actively, you know, allowing certain topics. I mean, obviously, not safe for work stuff. The fact that YouTube has managed this considerably better than Twitch is part of the reason why I bring this up. There we go. So you can launch over that. It's just real awkward. Because, yeah, if YouTube can do something, Twitch absolutely can. They have no excuse, and they have infinite money. This is awkward. That said, very difficult for me to rant about this while I'm playing this game. Sometimes I'd be okay. Like, the lower levels I can go on a long rant about whatever and be able to keep my focus. Upper levels, not so much, though. I actually need to try here. Okay, perfect. You dead. And then get out of here, mosquito. Alright, we get a skill point. Perfect. Keep putting points into that. So, imperfect parries block more damage. I mean, that one's okay. That doesn't really... It helps. It doesn't help much. Let's see. We don't use gourmet that much. More points in lifesteal is always amazing. But I think starting to head towards artisan wouldn't be a terrible idea. Yeah, let's start going with that. Okay. Over here. Let's see. One of the things that gets me about YouTube's method is how random people can just DMCA content they don't own. I mean, they can, but that's actually illegal. Like, if people started doing that, the YouTubers involved have every right to sue, and have sued. There was a guy, a really jaded dude, who got really frustrated that his YouTube channel wasn't taking off, and so he managed to get his, like, some just basic Minecraft footage thrown into the Content ID system. And he started sending takedowns and threatening to take people down, saying, you know, you pay me X or do whatever, or I DMCA all of your Minecraft videos. And, like, shit went to court, and I'm 90% certain he was, like, actually getting slammed pretty hard for it. So, people absolutely can abuse the system, but the amount of people that actually succeed at doing so are far less than the actual, like, reasonable people. I mean, to some degree, I'm not going to say I'm an expert on this one, but I feel like I have at least somewhat of a good idea on this. I just passed my 20,000th video on YouTube. And I get maybe content ID'd maybe once every couple of weeks, months. Holy shit. It's right at the end, isn't it? Yep. And it's usually for very legitimate things, like somebody's music got improperly put into the Content ID system. I'm getting better at this. Otherwise, I almost never get dinged. And so, yeah, there are bad actors, but I think there are bad actors everywhere. And I think that's more of an issue with the American... Where the hell is the exit? It's more of an issue with the American legal system than anything else. Oh, seriously. Where's the exit? What? I looked in there. God damn it. Oh no, I guess I never did. It just was marked on the map. But if you ever want to, like, look into how messed up the American legal system is in regards to this sort of thing, look up vexatious litigants, I believe is the correct term. But, like, in the US, people can absolutely just, like, sue for kind of anything. And it might be bullshit, but, you know, you still end up going to court for it. And if they hire a lawyer, it's a lot harder to defend against them. Though, technically, lawyers can get disbarred for pushing, you know, illegitimate lawsuits. But there's a lot of leeway given to that sort of thing in the US. Let's see. But I was reading about, like, I want to say it was a lawyer in Texas that specifically would represent themselves in court. And would sue for anything and everything, you know, just being a bad neighbor and whatnot. And could get away with it because... Okay, could get away with it because, yeah, they were representing themselves and there was no, like, financial penalties. And it's super messed up. Copper key used. Hey! These actually look like decent items. Well, I don't know if there's any more items in there. Hopefully not. Oh, next skill point I should have gotten Quick Slasher. Because that actually would be huge. There we go. Somebody else shooting at me. You are. And so legal code was not prepared for the internet. I mean, honestly, I would argue that most governments aren't prepared for the internet right now. That we are... Most of the people that are currently, like, in charge, tend to be people that are, you know, age 50 to 60, give or take. Possibly older. I mean, US just elected a guy, well, had to choose between two old men in their 70s that likely have never properly used a computer in any capacity. And so, like, neither of them I would consider to be particularly good experts. That's why, you know, generally when you want to, when you're looking to elect people, it might actually not be a bad idea to elect younger folks that actually have used the internet before. And know a thing or two. Because, yeah, as it stands, most people that handle our laws and copyrights are... This is weird. Most people that handle laws and in terms of, like, copyrights or the internet or whatnot, most of those folks are actually either old or being driven by lobbyists who supposedly know what to do. Okay, there you go. This is just horrid looking. And so I personally would love to see, like, more governments kind of take the proactive stance of, like, the internet is not just something that can be judged by the same metrics that other businesses can. Because there's so much more ambiguity, and it's like a fully international market. YouTube's auto system isn't great, but it was built with Google's help and money. It's the only thing protecting them at the moment. Twitch has no help and needs to build tools to help with DMCA protection, but hasn't and needed to build them years ago. Exact words that I've used before. It's like, I wish YouTube had a slightly more holistic approach. Mainly, truly, I think the biggest issue with YouTube is just the fact that it's impossible to find, like, another... or getting in communication with, like, another human being as part of the process. So currently I'm dealing with a dispute. With a... I'm just gonna take the hit from whoever's behind me. Never mind. Not gonna do that. Shoot. There's one. I'm getting shot from behind. Gonna squander a lot of things here. Okay. So far, so good. Now we just have to find the levers. There we go. Probably should have actually looked for the levers first. There they are. Because I don't think the red guys are particularly quick. Let's see. So what was I kind of saying? I'm in a dispute with an Indian YouTuber, I believe. So there's no way I can contact them in person. And the only reason why this matters is they claimed my Among Us videos. Because of the... Oh, hey, cool. This guy just killed himself. They claimed my Among Us videos because of the, like, the discussion phase. They just threw that into content ID. Totally erroneously and, you know, not at all defensively. And so I've put in a rejection saying, like, no, you don't actually own this. Like, this is not your content. And frustratingly, I'm going to have to wait a full 30 days before I get to put up that video without giving them my ad rev. I want to give some random other channel my ad rev, but I know I'm going to win. They have no leg to stand on, so all they're going to do is just... That hurt. But it was easier than fighting these guys. Yeah, they have no leg to stand on. It's just a matter of... waiting it out, because yeah, currently it requires 30 days. I think really what YouTube just needs to have is a very public means of saying like, hey, you're abusing this system, get off it. And, you know, enough reports being like, this person is abusing the system or is using it incorrectly, to actually get YouTube to look at it and be like, yeah, no, that's not right. But currently I have to wait for the channel or the publisher to say, oh yeah, we messed up, and rescind the content ID match. Oh, that's a dead end. There's nothing there. And that's more of kind of an inconvenience than an actual, like, problem.